Hello, and welcome back to the Gamer Crafting Podcast, episode 42, 43? I never know, I'm always one off. This week, I felt like I would just show you kind of a little bit of what I'm doing every day, rather than sitting and yammering at you for 40 minutes. So it's Monday morning. I got up a little while ago. I've had breakfast, had some potato waffles and a poached egg, which felt very indulgent, but I suppose it is still technically a bank holiday, even if I'm still working. You can see I have this big stack of undyed yarn behind me, and I will be dyeing some of it today. So this morning, you can see my dye board over there. That's the board where all the back orders go on, or missing orders that I'm having to replace, etc. So I've updated that this morning, and I've got all the outstanding back orders are in dye pots already. I did that before I sat down. I've got my coffee, my lovely coffee here. Necessary. I haven't combed my hair today, which is why it looks a little bit messy. So I've got some back orders in the pot, and when those are done, I will pull them out and let them cool down, and I will start on some Animal Crossing themed yarns. I did some test batches last week, but I'm honestly not very happy with them. There was one that was like sort of like a mint and white, and I felt like it just kind of ended up looking a little bit boring. It wasn't very punchy, so I'm gonna redo that one. And the other one was sort of like yellows and pinks. I like the style that I dyed it, but the yellow turned out a bit too dandelion, not enough lemon. So, and honestly, this yellow usually comes up much lighter, but this was a brand new dye pack, so sometimes there's minor differences from batch to batch when it comes to dyes. So I'm going to do that one again and use a little bit less of the yellow, but in any case, that's what I'm doing today, and I will also be working more on my framework bralette. I am on the third cup. Honestly, I probably should have just kept knitting this a long time ago, but I sort of put it to the side and then I got distracted, and we all know how that goes. In any case, I have 2 straps done, 2 cups done, and I'm on the third one. They do knit up pretty fast once you get there, so hopefully I'll get the third cup and strap done today, and then maybe the fourth one tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. We'll see how much knitting time I get when I'm still playing quite a lot of Animal Crossing, which is the only thing kind of keeping my sanity these days. Anyway, so I don't know. That's Monday. Maybe I'll check in later, or maybe I'll get distracted and won't. We'll see. Hello everyone, and good morning. This is Tuesday, so I guess day 2 of this weird little vloggy thing that I'm doing. I'm actually outside of my balcony today. That sound you hear is the road that's just there. Because that was something that I spent some time on yesterday. I spent about an hour clearing off the balcony. We get a lot of tree debris on the balcony from that big old tree there. We didn't use it much last summer because there was a huge wasp nest like just over there on the corner, and it was there the whole summer, but I don't think it's there this year, at least hopefully. And I figure we're probably going to be in sort of lockdown quarantine at least through probably May, June, maybe even later. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that we had a bit of a space. My biggest regret right now is that I didn't show it to you before I cleaned it. So I can't give you like the before and after. So here's what I'm working with right now. Obviously all the pots are empty. I still have some like random boards over there in the corner from a craft project that I had an idea for like 18 months ago and never did. So that's kind of what I'm working with. And then if you're looking at our apartment, yes, you can see this enormous EU flag in our window from the street. And there's a footpath there as well. Somebody yelled at us once, but that's about it. So because I spent time out here yesterday getting everything sorted after I did some yarn dyeing, I'm like feeling like the itch to plant things, and So I think I'm going to plant things. I hadn't intended on it because we were supposed to move this spring, sort of early summer, but I feel like we're not going to be able to, depending on how long all of this lasts and how long it takes to sort of get everything back to normal. We don't even have a car right now. We got rid of our car right before all of this, and we'd intended on getting a new car, but obviously we can't right now, so there's just a sad empty parking space where our car used to be. So there's a lot of things that are going to have to happen once lockdown ends, whenever that may be. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just plant some stuff. If we do end up moving in the middle of summer, I have a friend that would probably happily take the plants off me. So I have planted, I'll show you in the kitchen in a minute, but I've planted some stuff, and then I think I'm going to place an order for some other stuff, and see what I can't get growing out here. I might get a couple more of these hangy things, because this is quite a good bar for hangy things. It's good. The only thing is that sometimes when we have really bad storms, I have to come out here and take the flower boxes down so that they don't like crash down into the floor. So yeah, this is my balcony. Hopefully in a couple of weeks it will look nicer. I mean, I know that it's still quite early in the season, right? I think that weird spot of warm weather last weekend sort of tricked my brain into being like, oh no, it's too late to plan, but like it's not too late to plan. It's fine. I just need to get my house in gear, and it'll be fine. Because I feel like it would be really nice to sit out here, and it'd be nice to sit out here and edit my book 2 of my series, and write book 3, and just sit out here and like knit and like have a drink with my wife and get some fresh air, without, you know, breaking rules or causing any potential harm. Anyway, so that was my excitement of yesterday, was clearing off the balcony, so stay tuned. I will hopefully be able to show you in coming weeks that it's a little nicer out here. And what else did I do yesterday? I did a bunch of yarn dyeing. I dyed some Animal Crossing yarns. They're not done yet though, so I can't show them to you. They're only like on step 1 of a step 3 process. I will show them to you when they're done. Or maybe I'll show you some of the dyeing process. That might be fun. I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a little bit today. Right, so I'm going to take you inside, and I'm going to show you what I've planted so far. Not that it looks like anything other than dirt, but hey. Alright, so here's my dusty old seedling starter thing. These aren't even all filled in with dirt because I ran out of dirt. I need to procure more dirt, but I don't know the best way to do that, because I feel like asking someone to deliver dirt is not necessary, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just go outside and like take a little bit of dirt from around that tree. Anyway, so I realized that this all just looks like dirt. Not even very nice dirt at that, but so far in here I have, what do I have in here? There's a couple of squash plants in here, but I've never really had luck with squash before, so we'll see. I have peas, I have cucumbers, I have spring onions, I have, what else do I have? Parsley, I have broccoli, whatever the heck that is on the floor. I have a number of things in here. Oh, a few tomato plants. So, there's that. And then in here, I haven't actually planted them yet, because this is one of those like grow your own kits, so you get the dirt and it's like really hard when you get it and you have to let it like soak. So I had to let it soak overnight, so it looks like it's probably okay now. So I'm going to be planting 4 kinds of peppers. In here I have jalapenos, Scotch bonnets, let me remind myself. Yeah, jalapenos, I don't know how to pronounce that. Tabasco chilies and habanero chilies. So that's what I've got. So I'm going to plant those probably this morning, and remove them from the water that they're standing in. And I might go ahead and like place them under this just for good measure, because this spot right here gets a lot of sun when it's sunny out, so it's a good spot for it, I think. yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and plant that. And I'm probably going to order some stuff from a local, well, yeah, I might order some stuff from a local nursery. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to move over to the couch to continue talking. Right, so this is from the inside. So that's the balcony there. And these are the big ugly curtains that I have to hang here because this is a west-facing wall, floor-to-ceiling glass. So it gets real hot in the afternoons and super bright, and it was causing me to get like headaches like every day because it was so bright in here when it's sunny. Obviously it's not that sunny today. So those are my big ugly curtains that are put up in a weird haphazard way because there's not really a great way to hang curtains, and also you can see that they're a little bit short because these windows are floor to ceiling and I don't want to spend lots and lots and lots of money on curtains. Nor do I have the space to sew them, for all of you thinking you could just sew curtains. And I mean, I guess technically you might be true, but that's not really true in practice. So I think I'm gonna get some more seeds. I'm gonna get some more herb seeds, specifically basil and rosemary and probably some mint, I'm gonna be honest, because in the summer I like a mojito with some fresh mint. There's something about it being like fresh mint that just makes it just a better mojito. The best mojito I ever had, this is gonna sound really wanky, so I apologize. The best mojito I ever had was in Madrid when I went with my friend Megan. Oh my god, I guess it'll be like almost 3 years ago this summer. That's crazy that it was almost 3 years ago. I'm like a little bit weirdly shaken up by that. Yikes. It was in Madrid and they served the mojitos in these like huge square glasses, and these glasses were so big that you literally had to pick them up with both hands. And Megan and I decided that they probably weren't meant to be glasses. They looked like they were meant to be small, like plants. But when we were sitting there, there was a guy who came in with like literal armfuls of fresh mint. And I don't speak Spanish, but she does. And she said, oh, like the guy said that the mint for the mojitos is here. And I was like, well, I know what we're getting. Best mojito ever. Anyway, I apologize. It was kind of like, oh, this one time I went to Europe and this amazing food. Sorry. It was good though. Anyway, so I think I'm going to get some more herb seeds and maybe another variety of tomato. We'll see. And I might try to get a fruit bush, but I'm not sure because the last couple of times I've gotten fruit bushes hasn't ended well. I don't have like a black thumb per se. I do all right, but for some reason the fruit bushes, I can't make it happen. I've had blueberry dye on me and raspberry dye on me, and I'm following all the instructions online. They don't want to play ball. So I might try one more time. We'll see. So I think I'm gonna do that. This has been a lot of content about planting and growing things, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because I don't know, my mental health has sucked lately, and I know that that's like super common with like literally everyone right now. Or not maybe literally everyone, but probably a wide majority of the population is feeling a little stressed. We're all having weird, vivid stress dreams and not sleeping well and all of this, and it all feels a little overwhelming. So I don't know. I feel like when I got like the bug to plant things, I enjoy the slowness and the methodicalness of planting. It's not something that can really be rushed, and it's slow watching things grow, and I don't know. I just figured I would run with it. So anyway, so that's what's going on. I'm gonna plant some stuff and I'm gonna keep knitting. I didn't do any knitting yesterday actually, and I will tell you why. It's because I was playing Animal Crossing and I know, right? It's because I was playing Animal Crossing and Flick the Chameleon showed up on my island yesterday, and he pays you like an extra 50% for bugs, so I spent my knitting time bug hunting. Is the truth. So what am I gonna do today? Today I have some more yarn to dye, obviously, as per usual. I have some more yarn to dye. I'm gonna start packing up orders today. We only post once a week now in order to sort of be as responsible as we can as a small business. but we still pack orders daily. Otherwise it just ends up being a little bit too much. So I'm going to work on that. I have some other sort of admin work to do, some planning, some ordering of supplies, dye and yarn and so on and so forth, and some photography to do, some yarn to dye, and maybe I'll show you some of the yarn I'm dyeing. It sounds like a good idea. Maybe you'll like that. So here we go. Hey everyone, it's day 3, so it's Wednesday of this weird vloggy podcast. I don't really know what to say today really, other than it's been kind of a weird couple of days after I filmed yesterday morning. I did dye some yarn, which you saw, and I just had like technical problem after technical problem after technical problem yesterday, and those are the things that just really, if I'm already feeling kind of like worked up or, you know, anxious or upset, like it just kind of just skyrockets. So yesterday was kind of meh, and I mean today is fine. It's really sunny today. You can't really see because I'm sitting down below this sort of barrier thing, but you can kind of see how that sun just goes straight through the windows. That's why we have curtains hanging there. The curtains, obviously, I can't hang them all the way up to the ceiling. First of all, that wouldn't work with the way that it's slanted with gravity. And second of all, I don't have a ladder tall enough to get up there. But I don't know, like just when it's super sunny, I end up really irritable because it gets really hot in there, like really quick. So I mean, it's nice, it's pleasant outside, but it's probably 10 degrees warmer, in the main living space of our apartment. And it's always been like that, but I don't know, I just find it more irritating now. And I guess because I'm kind of dreading the summer, which I know sounds ridiculous. Most people love summer. I've never really been huge on summer. It's too hot. It's too hot and it's too sunny. I'm just like a vampire. I get headaches a lot in the sun. This is just a really whingy vlog, isn't it? Just me complaining. My point is that in previous summers, on days that we knew it was going to be really hot, we would make plans to not be here. We would, go see a movie or something where it's nice and cool and dark, and we don't have to worry about trying to endure. But that's obviously almost certainly not going to be an option this summer, depending on how long all of this lasts. So we're going to be stuck in a super hot apartment. And given that it's already this warm and it's only April, I'm kind of like... Anyway, that's enough complaining. I did order those gardening supplies that I mentioned yesterday. I did go ahead and I got some stuff. I ordered some seeds. I ordered some grow bags for potatoes. I did a lot of research randomly about seed potatoes and why you should buy seed potatoes instead of just trying to grow potatoes that you have in your cupboard from the store. And it has a lot to do with anyway, it's a whole thing. This isn't the potato channel, so I ordered some potatoes, and I did order that pink blueberry bush, so we'll see how that goes. And what else did I order? I think that's mostly it. I do have a limited number of pots here, so I might have to get some more basket things to grow a bit more. I'm definitely more of a grow plants to eat rather than to look at. I'm not really that interested in growing things that are pretty. I know that some people do, and that's great, but for me, I'm kind of not interested if I can't eat it. Anyway, so I dyed some yarn today, which you saw, some of the Animal Crossing yarn, and that should be dry hopefully tomorrow, and so I can show you all what we've got going. And it is nice sitting out here. I'm sort of thinking maybe I should just bring my laptop out here and just sit here and do my work. We have a thing tonight. We have a virtual pub quiz with Hutch of Dye Candy, and I think some other people are going to be there. So that should be fun. Hopefully that will snap me out of whatever this weird funk I'm in is. I mean, I know why I'm in a funk. A lot of us are in a funk. It's no mystery. A lot of us are feeling really bummed out because of everything that's gotten canceled. And although that pales in comparison to the seriousness of a global pandemic and all of the losses that could occur if we aren't taking things seriously, it still sucks. It's okay to kind of grieve those things. We'd planned on going to Helsinki this summer, sort of late spring, early summer, kind of before school's let out, because obviously then everything gets more expensive and more crowded. And obviously that's not gonna happen. A lot of people had planned on going to yarn shows, and most shows are canceling, and so it's just a lot. It's a lot to have everything canceled and realize that you're not gonna see your friends in person for a while. There's, friends I've got whose, family members are welcoming new babies and they can't see. Right. They can't see the new babies. They can't see their family, and it's a whole thing. In any case, this is a very mopey post. Maybe I should take it as a sign that my phone is on low battery. Just shut up. Just shut up and move on, and maybe just try again tomorrow. Have dinner, gonna have a G&T. I got a really nice gin actually from Aldi. It's like orange and peach. It's good. It's good stuff. Maybe I just need to go and do a little bit of exercise in my bedroom and finish packing orders, which we did. Oh, we did that today. We did pack a bunch of orders today, so we should be basically totally caught up. I guess I could talk about that. So basically, we're only going out once a week to post orders to maintain maximum social distancing, social responsibility, etc. as a small business, and only one of us goes out because the stores won't let couples in anyway to sort of reduce the number of people in there, they'll reduce the crowding. So only one of us goes out once a week, and we've sort of chosen Thursdays as the day that we will go. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm pretty happy that I've sort of meal planned us into a corner so that we don't need to do as much shopping, which is good because standing in line for the shops is stressful. I will say I'm having to like bribe myself a lot to just get things done, whether that's bribing myself by being like, oh, I'm gonna have, the nice gin later, or I'm gonna treat myself to an hour of uninterrupted knitting time or whatever. I don't know if any of you are feeling that, this sort of like need to bribe yourself to do your work. But I've definitely been feeling that. I'm in desperate need of some bribery. I guess I will also say, on the topic of nice gin, I will also say I find the ritual of preparing a nice drink to be something that I find very calming. So for example, if I'm sitting down and I want to work on my book, editing a book or writing a book, I find the ritual in preparing myself a nice drink to be something that really kind of gets me into the right headspace. That doesn't work for everything though. I can't do that with like admin. No amount of nice coffees or whatever will convince my brain that admin is a thing that's fun. So, in the mornings I'll make myself a really nice coffee. I have this stuff called Beanies. It's an instant coffee, but it's flavored. So I've been using the cherry chocolate, which is really nice. Make myself a nice coffee. I sit down, breathe. Anyway, I don't really know what else to say. I guess I'm just gonna go and have the rest of my day. I'm gonna go do a workout and shower, I guess. And we have this thing later, and that should be fun. Maybe I'll do some knitting. I'm onto the third I-cord strap of my framework bralette, so I need to actually try it on to make sure that the straps are the right length, because I think I went a little bit overboard on the first two straps. So now that I'm on the other side, I need to make sure that I don't knit it the same length, or I'll have like a really long saggy strap, and I'm not going to be undoing an I-cord after I'm done. I'll tell you that for free. So tomorrow I will hopefully be able to tell you about what happened with the pub quiz. I don't know. And I probably won't show you actually going into town, because I feel like that would make me less aware of where I was in relation to other people. And also I try not to touch my phone while I'm out, because that's an easy way for germs, etc. to transfer themselves back into my apartment. So usually once I leave, I don't touch my phone until I get home. But I guess I'll show you, I don't know, I'll talk to you before I go. Maybe I'll talk to you when I get back. Show you some new Animal Crossing yarns if those are done. I think it sounds good. There's a family going for a walk on that footpath. Good for them. Hello everyone, and good morning. It is Thursday morning, so it's post day. I've already gone ahead and put together the last couple of things that just had to dry overnight, so we're basically caught up, unless except for people who ordered back orders this week, so those will be posted next week. So I got a big bag of post to take. Maybe you can see it over there. It's the big blue IKEA bag. So I'm going to be leaving around 2-ish. That's when our pack and ship opens for their account customers. So account customers are basically people like us, small businesses, and so there's no queuing or anything. We basically just shove packages under a half-open door. and then do our weekly shop and come back. I say we, but only one of us goes out, and I'll be going out today. So you might see some big boxes on the table there. They've actually been around for a while, but they haven't been on the table. They've been, back behind like the sofa and, just kind of out of camera frame. But basically in those boxes is a mug. Like it's the pieces and bits and parts that we need in order to do mugs. Put designs on mugs, which is really cool. We've had it for a little while, but we've not had a chance to play around with it yet. The reason it's on the table is because I've been trying to reorganize things and make it slightly less crazy. Honestly, it's one of the things that frustrates me the most is not having enough space, because running a business, there's only so much you can do when you can't put up loads and loads of shelves and everything. So obviously there's the big pile of undyed yarn. There's a big box there. It goes all the way down to the ground. There's also a bin just here that has, so over there is mostly like full packs or half packs, whereas in there it's kind of like odds and ends. So I've been trying to figure out a way that I can move things around. And I think that I might have an idea, but it's going to require a lot of moving things around. I'm probably going to have to just dedicate a whole day just to doing that. Because when you're reorganizing, and it always gets like mega way worse before it gets any better. And about halfway through the process, when everything is just all over the place, you think, why the hell did I even start doing this? This is a terrible idea. So I do have some plans. I'm going to need to get some more boxes like those. Oh, I left one of them open. You can see there. I'm going to need to get more of these boxes. We store our yarn in boxes in order to keep it safe, dust free and all of that kind of stuff. So I need to order some more of those. There's only so many that you can stack so high. So that's going to be interesting to see if we can't get maybe a couple more. But then it becomes difficult because Sarah can't then reach things because she's on the shorty squad. In any case, I'm hoping to find a way that I can store these in a more accessible and less stressful way, because at current, if I'm looking for something, there's a chance it could be like at the bottom of that box, and then I have to pull everything out to get to the thing at the bottom of the box before I can then stack everything up again, and it's irritating and I don't like it. But it's such a small space, I can't really find any shelving units that would fit everything, and also fit in that space without blocking access to the door. So it's a whole thing. So I do have some ideas, so I need to start that. But anyway, that's why the boxes are on the table and not on the floor. Because I'm thinking about where those boxes are going to live, because one of them has a bunch of mugs in it, the other has the machinery needed to do the thing, and so those are going to have to find a new home that isn't on the table, because that's not great. Honestly, I can't remember the last time we used that table for anything other than work. Yikes. In any case, I got a little bit more done on my framework bralette last night. I gave Sarah the Switch so that she was playing Animal Crossing and not me. So I got a bit more done. I got a bunch done of that strap. Before I do anything further though, I do have to go and try on the strap, because this is how much I had on the opposite side. Wait, was that the opposite side? Yeah. So I need to kind of hold these together, and I just need to try it on and see if that's a good length for me, or if I need to do another inch or two. So I'll have to do that after I get back from posting things. So the plan is, I have some admin to do this morning, and then I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to, just get dressed, and I'm going to take the walk into town and drop stuff off, do our weekly shop, and then come back, probably shower. Not that you need to know that, but probably after that I'll try on my framework bralette, and I will see if that strap is a good length, and if so, then I will start the last one, and then hopefully have it done maybe over the weekend. I feel like that's doable. I feel like that's achievable. Because once you get started on the little, like, cuppy bits, like this one. Wait. Once you get started on, like, the actual cuppy bits, I can knock it out in, I don't know, an hour or an hour and a half, depending on... I just know that I started one last week when I was doing my weekly Stitch and Bitch session Zoom with some friends. And by the time I was done, by the time the session was done, I was done. So, I don't know, an hour and a half or so to do the cup and the I-cord bit. And I'm a slow knitter. Yeah, I keep telling you this, but it's true. So I'm super slow knitter. So I'm gonna see how that works, and then hopefully I can maybe get it done, and then I'll be able to show you all a super cool rad framework bralette. Also, yes, I am totally still sitting here in my pajamas. These are my Captain Marvel pajamas. They're excellent, and also I'm wearing a Firefly shirt from The Last of Us, in case you're wondering. And yeah, there's my Nintendo Switch. Anyway. So that's kind of the big plan. I will check in with you all after I get back, maybe, and I will let you know how it all went. I'm not going to film it because I don't really want to be like, I would like to be more aware of what I'm doing. I think I said that yesterday. In any case, I will catch up with you in just a little bit. Okay, I'm back from the store now, and well, that was a little while ago. I came home and I showered and I had some food. And I'm back in my pajamas, although I did change my shirt. And I found eggs. I found a whole dozen eggs at the store. I am honestly thrilled. It's been like a couple of weeks since I've been able to find eggs. It's been kind of intense. I personally really enjoy eggs for eating and for baking and otherwise, so I was getting a little bit fed up with not being able to find eggs, so I'm pretty excited. And some bread and milk and some really exciting stuff. I'm probably just gonna honestly kind of relax and chill out the rest of the day. I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed and tired and knowing that I need to deal with that. I have dyed some new yarns. They're not dry yet, so I'm not gonna show you. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. I'll record a bit in the morning before I post this. I'm gonna go doss around on Animal Crossing and drink some water. Hydrate yourselves. Make sure you take your meds and hydrate and eat food. It doesn't have to be fancy food, but make sure that you're nourishing yourself. Make sure you're eating food. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say today. I'm gonna work more on my bralette because I don't have too much more to go. I feel like maybe I can finish it this weekend. We're gonna see. And if I don't get distracted by looking at all the amazing handmade bras and underwear that I've been seeing on Etsy and another website called You Lucky So and So. Like, they are a little bit pricey, but they are handmade, so obviously it's worth the money. But oh, they're so pretty. If I get through the evening without ordering one, it's gonna be a miracle. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hello everyone, Angie here. I guess it's day 5. It's Friday. There's a lot more road traffic today, which tends to happen when it's nicer. Anyway, you can see the back side of my desk here with all the cords and a book that apparently fell down behind it. This is illuminating. I'm gonna say to sit down here and look at all of the things that have fallen down behind my desk. There's a letter, there's an invoice. Don't worry, it was paid. And some dice. I can see some dice down there, some nice sparkly dice. Yes, I am wearing the same shirt as I wore yesterday. I tend to do that just on a regular basis. It has nothing to do with lockdown. It's just, if I'm home 2 days in a row and I'm not like getting sweaty and gross, it's just gonna wear the same thing. I am, however, wearing Pokemon leggings, which I quite enjoy. I have no idea where I got them. I've had these for years, so unfortunately I can't tell you. It was online somewhere. Right, so today I'm sitting out on the balcony because it's already a little bit warm inside. My balcony, yes, still looks pretty boring. There's no plants in the planters, just dirt from last year. I mean, it's probably a little too early here to be planting stuff outside anyway. Also, I don't even have seedlings yet from my seeds. So, and I'm waiting for seeds from one of the local nurseries here, which is still doing delivery. So anyway, I'm gonna show you, I have Animal Crossing yarns. And I'm going to twist them up as I sit here and talk to you. And then I'm gonna go photograph them. So, and I have a basket here, they're not just sitting on the ground, don't worry. I would never. Also, these are reusable zip ties that we use. I bought one pack like 3 years ago. Still going strong. Still going strong. Okay, so the first shade that I came up with, I wanted to call Capitalist Raccoon. You know, Tom Nook and his capitalist dreams. The one that I'm winding right now is the Merino Bamboo. So there's Capitalist Raccoon on Merino Bamboo. So you've got these areas of like that nice sort of minty sea green. Some nice sparkly bits. So there's the Merino Bamboo. I'm just gonna keep chatting as I talk to you. I don't know, what is there to say really? I'm just kind of recording outside is proving to be more difficult than I had anticipated, which is a shame because I kind of wanted this to be like something that I could do, is record outside more this summer. So I was out here this morning and I was recording a 2-minute sort of promo thing for the book that I wrote for an online steampunk conference. So hopefully that gets accepted. That would be really cool. We'll see. Oh, here's the BFL 4-ply. I've got to be honest, I am low-key in love with how BFL dyes up. It's just, I don't know, it's got this kind of like subtle shine to it that I can't get over it. I just really want you all to keep ordering BFL so that I can keep dyeing it. So this is the BFL DK. I did 4-ply and DK for this one. And because I've been trying, you know, when I release new shades to have them be on more than one base, and you know, y'all seem to like that. Anyway, I was going to talk about something else, but I can't remember now what it was. What did I do last night? I definitely woke up in a better mood than I was in yesterday, so that's good. I think I actually slept decent last night for the first time in like, I don't know, weeks. I know lots of us are having trouble sleeping. That's certainly not a surprise. But yeah, after I recorded yesterday, we had some food. I made taquitos, which if you're not aware, they're like sort of baked, and they're usually filled with like shredded chicken and some hot sauce and some cheese and stuff, good stuff. So I made those for dinner and they turned out really well because I slow cooked the chicken, and then we kind of just hung out. I dropped into my virtual Stitch and Bitch, and that was always nice, and so on and so forth. And then Sarah and I just like hung out. We were watching, what were we watching last time? Oh, we were catching up on episodes of Better Call Saul, so that was really good. And I just kind of sat on the couch and I did some knitting. I am nearly finished with my framework bralette actually, so I'm hopeful that next week I'll actually be able to show you a finished object, which I know is like super rare for this terrible knitting podcast. What am I even doing with my life, not having like finished objects to at least show you now and then? So hopefully I will have a finished object to show you next week, and I'm thinking I'm gonna pull out that For Fox's Sake sweater. I think I'm gonna do it, and then maybe I'll be able to show that to you next week. Yeah, of course me. Of course I'm gonna be pulling out a big thick DK weight sweater when the weather's getting nicer. Of course I would do that. That is so on brand for me. Anyway, so this is another yarn that I dyed. So this is called Deserted Island Package, which is how they sort of promoted Animal Crossing. It's sort of tealy turquoise, and it has these like really fun neon pots in it. I did it on the same I did it on the same basis as the other. So a regular sock, a sparkle sock, a BFL 4-ply, BFL DK, and a Merino Bamboo 4-ply. So that's pretty cool. So I'm winding these all up, but I'm going to have to photograph them when I am done chatting with you all out here. And I also will be doing some facelifts to the website today, hopefully, assuming I don't break everything, which, you know, I might. My track record with technology, not super great. So I'm gonna hopefully be doing some facelifts to the website, namely kind of making it a bit easier to browse, because at the minute I don't think it's super intuitive. So I'm gonna move around some categories, I'm gonna change around some menus and stuff, and some other things. I'm gonna add a pop-up to the website explaining stuff about shipping, basically that it's taking longer, as I know many of you will realize. It's taking longer, and tracking isn't working the way it normally is. We don't usually send stuff tracked anyway, but tracking's not really working the way that we might be used to, because a lot of countries are quarantining post when it gets to their country for an amount of days before they move it on into their postal system in order to keep their post deliverers safer, which of course is completely understandable. But I feel like it'll just be good just to have that on the website. Can I just say that the Deserted Island package on this BFLDK is like scrumptious. I'm gonna steal it. Anyway, so I have one each of these different bases, so there'll be one up for grabs of each, and then the rest will be sort of back orders, pre-orders, however you want to say it. And those will hopefully ship next week if you get your order in soon enough. In any case, that's kind of what I have on my agenda today. Photographing these, getting up some listings. There's going to be another round of yarn loot, which by the time you watch this, they might be gone. I don't know. They tend to sell out really fast. There's going to be another yarn loot though, because I was going through some stuff yesterday and I was like, there's still loads of stuff that we could potentially do as like a loot thing to give us room for some of the ideas that we have, because we have a lot of ideas but not a lot of space. Rich in ideas, poor on space. So I think we're gonna do that. So yeah, just some like website admin work today. I might do a little bit of dyeing, we'll see. I do have a few new bases. I know I keep talking about these new bases, I'm sorry. I do have new bases that need to get dyed. I've just not had like the time to do it because I've been sort of caught up with other things. Anyway, I just want to say that this colorway is super not on brand for me. In fact, when I told Lola of Third Vault Yarns, I think I'm going to use brown, I think she nearly died of a heart attack. She was like, brown? And I was like, don't worry, I'm going to put neon in it too. Anyway, so this is Infinite Spider Island. Sort of inspired by the colors of a tarantula. I mean, tarantulas aren't neon orange, they're just probably regular orange, but I thought I quite like the neon orange, especially if I have this sort of reddish brown. But I really like how this one turned out, even though I am typically a zero brown type person and dyer. I bought one pot of brown dye 2.5 years ago, and I'm still working on the same pot. That's how often I use brown, i.e. not often at all. I think I have like one colorway that uses it, and it's the Zombies colorway. And yeah, no, brown is not, it's not typically my wheelhouse, but now I'm thinking, well, if I mix it with a neon orange, I feel like it kind of works. So yeah. So yeah, Infinite Spider Island, which if you play Animal Crossing, you'll know what that is. It's one of the magical islands that you can reach in Animal Crossing from your Nook Miles tickets, and it's just like wall-to-wall tarantulas. But they sell for a lot of bells, so that's why you want to get to the Infinite Spider Island, even if it sounds horrific. But also the color's quite nice. Here's it on the merino bamboo. I really like the merino bamboo because it has like this very slightly heathered look about it, because obviously animal and plant fibers dye differently. Like, it's a completely different process. So if you're dyeing a yarn that's a blend of both, whatever process you use isn't going to dye the other family of fibers, so you will get sort of this very lightly heathered kind of look, and it's good, it's effective. Yes, there probably are industrial practices that will allow you to do that, but I will say that if you're trying to dye plant fibers, you have to use soda ash, which is caustic, and so it's not good for your protein fibers. It weakens them, and if you leave it too long, it'll just completely eat right through them. So there you go. It's a science lesson for you. Kind of. More of a warning. So here's Infinite Spider Island on the BFLDK, which again, I love BFLDK. I think my next garment is gonna have to be in this BFLDK because I'm like low-key obsessed with it. So yeah, that's kind of what I have on my roster for today, is just some admin work. I might do some dyeing, maybe, we'll see. Depends on if I have time after I finish the other admin stuff. And then this evening, I'm gonna be playing some games and hanging out with Lolo, Third Vault Yarns. Yeah, just kind of hanging out and catching up, because we haven't really done that very much since this whole thing started, which is kind of a bummer because, you know, we would occasionally like meet up for lunch and chat and talk about, you know, geeky, nerdy things, as we do. And I was on her live for Instagram last week. Oh my god, no, that was this week. That was on Tuesday. Wow, that definitely feels like last week. Yikes. Yeah, but we were talking about geeky, nerdy things. We were talking about how important it is to support small businesses, not just now, but, you know, in general. Because I think that it is important, and I think that especially now, a lot of people are relying on some of the bigger businesses that can hire their own personal couriers and stuff, and I don't know, it's a whole thing. Not yarn businesses. I don't know of any yarn businesses that are doing that. Anyway, so this is Judgmental Shih Tzu, which if you play the game, you'll know it's about Isabelle, always telling you how you can improve your island, and you're like, Isabelle, for God's sake, I don't want to just clutter up the island with any old tat. I want to have nice stuff that I like, but okay. It sounds like a family out for their daily exercise, trying to burn off some energy. Totally don't blame them. I don't have that much energy, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, ever. So this is a lot more of a yellow yarn than I would typically dye. Yellow's not really my super favorite, but I quite like this one. What have I got left? I've got, yeah, the BFLs left. So anyway, I don't know, it's been kind of a weird week. It's been simultaneously long and also very short. Like, it's felt like this week has dragged on forever, but then now that I'm at Friday, I'm like, oh wow, that went quick. Which just seems like how everything kind of feels these days, you know? Which is kind of weird, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Alright, last one. I will be very excited for my gardening stuff to arrive. My seed potatoes arrived this morning from a localish nursery. So, but I have not got my dirt or my grow bags yet, so the seed potatoes have yet to be planted. But I have them. They are by my front door. If we get too hungry, I guess we can eat them. No, I'm kidding. And I think tonight, I don't know, I've done a lot of meal planning. I mean, we usually do like a fair bit of meal planning, but I've been kind of putting a little bit more gusto into it since watching the Epicurious channel on YouTube. I know, if you know me, you're like, Angie, please shut up with the Epicurious YouTube channel. But I really like it. It's food science, and it just ticks all the boxes of things that I love. Science, food, like, lovely personalities. It's great. It's actually great. I've been getting really into it and like learning a lot about food science, and I'm into it. I, however, would never want to work in a professional kitchen. Real talk. Never ever would want to work in a professional kitchen. I have friends that have worked in professional kitchens. You know, they trained to be chefs and worked in some of the best kitchens, and, you know, in like New York and London, and they were like, it was the most stressful and horrific period of time in my life. So I'm not really that interested in ever cooking as a career. I think I'll just stay home and cook, where if I make a mistake, I just eat something that's slightly less tasty. I'm not like potentially ruining the reputation of a restaurant. No. So Anyway, so I think tonight we have the leftovers, so that'll be nice. Leftovers night is nice because then you don't have to worry about making dinner. But I have some other stuff. I got sweet potatoes, so we're gonna do sweet potato fries with poached eggs and harissa. It's like a chili spicy sauce paste with lots of other herbs and spices, etc. in it. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be good. Anyway, so this is the last colorway for the new Animal Crossing yarns. Pink and purple, sort of a variegated, and this is called Egg Hill, which if you played the game and played through the egg event, you'll know how frustrating that was. So this was Sarah's idea to call it this. I think it's quite funny. There's also some blue tones in there as well. So those are the four, right, there's four? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 new Animal Crossing colorways. I need to go and photograph them now so I can get them up on the website so that people can buy them. And like I said, do some website facelifty stuff. I also have to edit all of these videos together, which is another thing I have to do. So I have to edit all these videos together, and then yeah, I don't know. So you know, not a super crazy day by any means, but still quite busy. But it's all good. It's all right. I'm feeling a lot more chill today than I have in the last few days. So long may it continue. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and occupied, I guess. I'm not gonna say productive because there's a lot of people who feel like they can't be productive right now, and I've definitely had days where I'm like, nope, can't be productive today. So don't focus on that. Just focus on staying safe and healthy and keeping your family safe and healthy, etc. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe and tap the bell for notifications for when we upload a new video or when we go live, which we do every Saturday night. We have a Saturday night live stream where we play games and we talk about food and crafts and whatever else you might have going on in your life. So do come and join us on Saturdays. It's a really nice chill group of people. It's nice for kind of like a virtual knit and natter, and you don't have to turn your camera on. Only we do. So I'm not exactly sure what game we're playing this week. Sarah has said maybe we'll return to an old favorite, or maybe she'll find something new and exciting. I don't know. She's usually the one who's in charge of choosing games, if I'm honest. It's fine. So do come and join us. We'd love to see you there. And thank you for watching. I'm Angie with Gamercrafting, and I'll see you next week.